You welcome to Inside Man United today. Erik ten Hag set to leave Man United. They have already identified their top target. A duo of Premier League proven managers are on the shortlist of replacements, but another figure has emerged as their top target. Erik ten Hag is set to leave Man United after a disappointing season at Old Trafford. Ten Hag, after his side's early Champions League exit and lowest ever Premier League finish, is reportedly going to leave after the FA Cup final. 3 potential candidates have been lined up, with one leading the race as the club's top target. Erik ten Hag is set to leave Manchester United at the end of the season, according to Sky Sports Italia reporter Gianluca Di Marzio, and the club's hierarchy have lined up 3 potential candidates to take the Dutchman's place after their FA Cup final with Manchester City. For the best part of 2023 to 24, the former Ajax chief's future at Old Trafford was hanging heavily in the balance, with his side crashing out of the Champions League at the earliest possible stage. Even domestically, Ten Hag's men have flattered to deceive. Having led the 20-time English champions to their 8th place in the Premier League, they also failed to secure European football for 2024-25, which, by their own standards, is mightily below par. Should they beat Pep Guardiola's men on May 25, however, in the FA Cup final, they will secure Europa League qualification. Nevertheless, it is believed that Ten Hag, who has overseen 113 club outings, will not be in charge by the time next season comes around. Givesport key statistic: Manchester United's 8th-placed league finish is their lowest of the Premier League era since its inception in 1992. Trio of managers on Manchester United's shortlist already spoken to. Top target: the aforementioned report from Di Marzio has suggested that the Premier League proven duo of Roberto De Zerbi and Mauricio Pochettino are being considered, while they are mainly hoping that Kieran McKenna of Ipswich City will be their next manager, suggesting that McKenna, who spent time as the club's assistant manager between July 2018 and December 2021, was the man of the moment in the football world. The report believes that Manchester United have already initiated contact with the Ipswich man. Per Dutch publication Soccer News, McKenna is the man of the moment in the football world, in the world of coaches, because he is doing great at Ipswich Town. He is the number 1 choice at Brighton and Hove Albion to succeed Roberto De Zerbi, but he has also already spoken to Manchester United. However, if McKenna, who is also in line to become Brighton and Hove Albion's new boss, is unavailable, the club will turn their attention to Pochettino, who was recently relieved of his duties at Stamford Bridge. The Argentine has recently parted ways with the Blues and is sought after by plenty of clubs, alongside De Zerbi, and, according to the report, will be Manchester United's choice if McKenna moves elsewhere. One thing is for certain, however, and that is that Ten Hag will be leaving post-FA Cup final. Manchester United will also be looking for a new coach, and their targets are McKenna and Mauricio Pochettino. If he, McKenna, goes to Chelsea, United will go for Pochettino. But what is certain, they are saying goodbye to Ten Hagii. It's not unfair to say that Ten Hag has endured a hodgepodge tenure in the Old Trafford hot seat, but amongst the madness, he has managed to reach 3 cup finals in 2 seasons. His first in the dugout ended in a Carabao Cup triumph, beating Newcastle United 2-0 in the final, taking his silverware tally to 1. A FA Cup final followed after a 3rd-placed finish in the Premier League, but on that occasion, the Red Devils were no match for their local rivals Manchester City, especially after Ilkay Gundogan scored the earliest ever goal in an FA Cup final. The German midfielder's 13-second strike took all the wind out of Ten Hagg's side sails, and it ended 2-1. All in all, however, his inaugural season in England could be considered a success with Champions League football returning to the calendar. Things turned slightly sour in his second campaign at the club, though, and within weeks of 2023/24 getting underway, he came under fire for a series of underwhelming performances and subsequent results. Of course, taking his injury-struck roster into account would be wise given that many of his key stars, Lisandro Martinez, Marcus Rashford and Luke Shaw included, have been unavailable for stretches across the campaign, but a lack of direction has, evidently, become critical in the decision over his future. Once again, you welcome to Man United Inside News today. Man United to offer exit-bound star in swap deal for on-fire Prem winger who's on Ratcliffe's list. Man United could offer Aaron Wan-Bissaka in exchange for Michael Ollis. Manchester United want to sign a new winger this summer, and as reported by Team Talk, Crystal Palace star Michael Ollis is among their top targets. The talented 22-year-old has been key to the Eagles' fantastic form since new manager Oliver Glasner took charge, with the London club winning 6 out of their last 7 games. Palace rounded off the season with a fantastic 5-0 win over Aston Villa on the final day, with a hat-trick from on-fire forward Jean-Philippe Mateta and a brace from Ebereki ease the difference between the two sides. Ollis contributed 1 assist against Villa, taking his tally for this season to 10 goals and 6 assists from 19 Premier League games. Glasner is well aware of the interest in star players such as Ollis and Ease and said he hopes the Eagles are able to keep hold of them for next season. I hope all the players will be here, Glasner said. I know the club will do everything to ensure they will play for Crystal Palace next season. However, Man United and Chelsea are still very interested in signing Ollis this summer, who has a £65 million release clause in his contract. Man United to offer exit-linked star in swap for Michael Ollis. Sources have revealed to Team Talk that Palace would have to seriously consider an offer of £50 million for Ollis, despite his release clause being set £15 million higher than that. Man United are reluctant to pay that fee, though, and are looking at ways to drive his price tag down. According to reports from Spain, the Red Devils are considering offering right-back Aaron Wan-Bissaka in a part-exchange deal for the winger. Wan-Bissaka,